Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So this reading is not going to be about the Sussexes. I am taking a day off the Sussexes. Apparently, many British people want King Charles to have a big-scale coronation. Many people that did not have any chance of seeing a coronation during their lifetime, a lot of people will not have a chance to see it ever again. So they want the chance to see a big-scale coronation, a very extravagant event, just like the one that Queen Elizabeth had. And at that time, people had the chance of seeing two coronations, but one of them wasn't televised. Only Queen Elizabeth was. But this is a high-scale event, a very important event in the history of the nation, and people want that in a high-maintenance event. And apparently King Charles and his advisors are thinking about the financial situation, the fact that a lot of people are finding it hard to find ends meet, and it's very difficult to decide to spend so much money on an event like they did with Queen Elizabeth's funeral, for example. But still, this is an event that also brings a lot of money to the UK, a lot of merchandise around it, a lot of tourists that are coming, especially for that. So there is a lot of income that is coming with the coronation. But King Charles is reluctant to take the risk of having a big scale coronation, although a lot of people, as I said, a lot of reporters that I've listened to, Richard Eden, for example, Angela Levin, Neil Sean, all of them are saying that they want to see a big scale coronation. So what should King Charles do? So this is the Wheel of the Year tarot, and I'm starting with clearing the deck. And let's start asking. So, what should King Charles do in regard to his coronation? Should he do a big-scale event? Should he do an extravagant event like his mother? Or should he scale it down? What is the right thing for King Charles to do with his coronation? And as I said yesterday, I don't believe that the Sussexes will have any role in the coronation, although they might try very hard to convince King Charles to let them have one, but I don't think that he will let them. So, the first card is what is in King Charles' subconscious, and what I'm getting here is the Seven of Pentacles. So we're getting a Pentacle card. It's about money, and this is not a surprise. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of disappointment from reality as it is, and willingness to do whatever you can to reach the truth. So this is a card that shows that King Charles is afraid that people will be disappointed, that people will be angry, that people will see the spending and they will decide that they don't want the monarchy, that it will be the end of the monarchy because of that. But as you can see here, we see an expectant mother. So this card in this instance is showing some kind of hope, some kind of expectancy, waiting for the fruit to become ripe. So this card shows that King Charles is afraid that the people will be disappointed, and he's willing to do whatever he can in order to reach the truth, even if it means to scale down the event. But is also ready to take chances, and he wants more. So he's thinking about the coronation. He really doesn't know yet what is the right thing to do. Sorry. So what are the risks here? And the risks are the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of second chances. This is a card of nostalgia. This is a card of thinking back. And this is actually a very good card when we're talking about the coronation, because we are talking about an event that people want to see. And people are being thrown back at what happened when Queen Elizabeth was going through the same event. So this is actually a good card, but because we are talking about risks, we need to look at the negative aspects of the card. And the negative aspects of the card is the tendency to remain in the past, the tendency to not learn from mistakes, difficulty to get out of unhealthy relationships or unhealthy situations, and running away from reality. So these are the risks here, but actually it means that King Charles, if he is aware of the risks and he does things in a smart way, then he can get that second chance of getting the coronation in a big scale, but making sure that it doesn't go overboard, that it's not too extravagant, but not cutting down too much. This card is showing us that the risk is not too bad, because King Charles is a person that learns from mistake. And he needs to be very sure that he's looking at past mistakes, especially in everything that is connected to his son, looking at past mistakes and be very careful not to make those mistakes and to learn from the mistakes. But this card is showing us that the risks are not that big. So what is in Charles' conscience mindset? And in his conscience we have the King of Wands. So that's the king that King Charles wants to be. The King of Wands, when he's in the upright, this is a person that is the initiator. This is a person that is very good in new beginnings. So this is a new beginning for Charles. This is initiating a new monarchy. He has a lot of plans in regarding to the monarchy. This is what he wants for his tenure as king. And I'm not looking at the negative aspects of this card now because it's not relevant. This is what in his conscience he wants to be seen as the innovative king, as the initiator, as the one who had started a lot of new traditions, new things. This is what he has in his conscience. This is how he wants his tenure to be remembered. What does the environment think, or that is the British people? And they are in the Five of Cups energy, and the Five of Cups is a card of despair. So we do know that the British people right now are in a very bad situation in everything that is material, with everything that is connected to their financial situation, but this is an unjustified despair. In this card specifically, we see that all of the cups are spilled, but in the Rider-Waite card, or the psychological explanation of this card, the things are not that bad. So, but this is also the people that are afraid that they will not get to see a big coronation like the one that Queen Elizabeth had. This is the people that are trying to tell King Charles, we want the big scale event, we want something that will put into the wheels of the economy into motions, because that is exactly what this kind of event will do. This is a lot of merchandise that will be coming out for the coronation. This is hotel business. This is all sorts of touristic business. This is a lot of business coming into England, and the people here are in a way looking at the empty cup, but they are also hoping for the cups to refill, and they want King Charles to have a big coronation. They don't want to feel despair. They want the happiness. They want the enjoyment and the ecstasy that they get when such events are happening. And especially after the funeral of Queen Elizabeth, that was very, very sad and very emotional for a lot of people. So this is what the environment sees, and what are the obstacles in King Charles' way. And we get the Six of Wands, so that's another six. Sixes are cards of second chances, and the Six of Wands is a card of victory. Now, altogether about six, this is a card of harmony, of joy, of success, of optimism, of change for the better, of winning, of new beginnings, founded beginnings. It's also a card of compromise. It's also a card of comfort. But it mostly is a card of second chances and of harmony and victory. And the Six of Wands is a card of victory. So when we're looking at the obstacles that this card is showing us, we are looking at the negative aspects of the card. And this is about moving forward too fast without having a solid basis, in a way procrastination and hesitation. So King Charles, by hesitation, by not deciding about a big event, might be compromising his own coronation more than if he decides to go on a big scale event. So this card shows that the victory is in his grasp. He can get that victory. He just needs to be very careful. First of all, not to run forward too quickly, not to make decisions without thinking about them, and not hesitate about whether or not to have a big scale coronation, but to go all the way. So this is the tarot, and just to sum it up, I believe that King Charles should have a big scale coronation and not scale it down. And I'm taking an oracle card from the Oracle of Angels and asking for advice for King Charles. So let's see what we get. Okay, so just shuffling a little bit and then clearing the deck. I don't know why they make these cards so sticky, so it's so hard to shuffle them. Okay, one more. Okay. So let's clear the deck. Okay, so advice for King Charles on his coronation. Advice for King Charles on his coronation. And the card that I'm getting, and I chose this deck because of the sword that reminds me of Excalibur every time I see that, is Awakening. So let's see what the message of the card is. Okay, so I open my heart and spread my wings towards what is true. I lift my thoughts towards God, nature, beauty. May the spiritual consciousness in me awaken in love and in wisdom. So be it. So this is really a great card of awakening, of a beginning, of a very good energy. And this only strengthened my feeling that King Charles should have a big scale coronation and not try to scale it down. So this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.